Seriously, I met so many insane abusers. I absolutely don't care that another person's opinion. Like, oh, we can all, come to the light. We can all, learn from our lessons. And, you know, some victims have it the worst of all, and they, like Sybil, should never ever have made it. Like the Turpins should never ever have made it, and look how bad Jordan Turpin had it from the House of Horrors, 13 of them. And she was 17 when she ran out of the house like 4 years ago to escape. And then 3 years of foster care hell. That's a long time. 20 years of her life total hell. Now mine, it was because I was traumatized to death, but lied about. And some people don't have a heart, don't have any integrity at all. And this world's so fucked up that nothing ever happens good for victims. There has to be over 3 billion victims. I mean, real bad victims. Okay, of course you have like a billion third world countries. Nothing ever could ever happen good for them. No one's ever gonna save them. Drinking dirty water, eating trash out of trash cans. How do they even make it the age 10? But, I mean, I see a lot of positive people just because I see on YouTube a lot of positive people does not mean that this world is filled with insane abusers that will never ever tell the truth, that will never ever come clean with who they really are. And I've experienced like how many of them. And okay, late Arthur House, not the third was true. Late Theodore Carl Samuelin was basically true. I mean, but not all together. But still, I mean, a lot better than somebody in 1,000% denial. Super abusive. And it is all of their... It's all of an insane abuser's fault. That they have created the hell that they chose to do in the victim that they targeted. And so they did ruin the victim's life. And that's what I want. Like, oh, it takes two to tangle. No, it only takes one insane fucking abuser. To ruin a life. Like Sybil's. How the hell did Sybil ever even make it? Oh my god. Like, out of all the people who are severely abused on the planet, she has to be up in the top 5. Okay. I mean, like all over the world, I'm sure, whatever. There's millions of Sybil's, right? You're talking about the whole world, and you won't ever hear them. There's so many tortured victims. You could even say as small as that John Bonet from Boulder, Colorado. killed by her child molested dad, and the mom didn't give a shit. Just look at that poor little girl. Okay. Okay, there's just too many insane abusers out there. And Earth is hell because of it. Just bottom line. Not this, oh, well, be one, which is a possibility that Jesus was an enlightened one. And the whole Bible is a total lie. So, okay, he's an enlightened one, so he could get raised from the dead, right? I mean, if you're enlightened, you can heal your body somehow. Like, not when to let go of your subconscious. And that's the whole problem with victims. So I don't see how this world could ever get help, because over half the world are victims. They can't get any help. That's just the way it is. It's so obvious who's a victim. Like Melody out there. Like, my God, over 6 months, she's walking the streets. You think one real Jesus person, if Jesus might be just an enlightened person. Not like, oh, God. Because maybe, Christianity is a total lie. That's why I started hating the word Christ. Because Christ is not Jesus' last name. And that's interesting. Like, what would have been his last name? He has brothers and sisters, and Mary and Joseph. They had a last name. It wasn't Christ. So what was it? And there's so many questionable, like, they put pagan in the Catholic Church. That, like, we celebrate Easter and Christmas wrong. Easter should be first and then Christmas. Like, the time frame of, like, everything's messed up. I mean, Christianity is a total lie, except Jesus did exist. He probably was an enlightened one like Gandhi, and he could have done miracles. But the Catholic Church and all the religious sectors, totally blew it out of proportion. Like, but, I will forever believe that Satan is the God of the Old Testament. And then Jesus is, the better version of the Bible, but still, it's messed up. The world is totally messed up where evil does reign. I mean, that's my experience, and that's what I've seen. Did Joe Jackson ever get in trouble? Did Sybil's mom ever get in trouble? Did the Turpins ever get in trouble? Except, wow, after torturing our kids for 20 years, wow, they finally go to jail. But what good's that? They're not helping out the children that they tortured. They should be working every day. They should be in the military, and all that military money, all the money that they make, every last penny should be given to whoever is keeping an eye on them and their children. And whatever, this world's a joke. That nothing is done correctly. I've been in domestic violence like so many fucking times. And what did I need? Oh, I needed a place to live. Oh, well, when did, is not, so-called Christians supposed to open? Well, family's supposed to come first. Some, even if they're a distant relative or, like, I never had a family. I never had any friends. I mean, worthwhile friends. Susan Chappelle, there you go. For 1 year, when she was allowed to be my friend. And then someone ruined it, all that, telling her a whole bunch of manipulative lies about me. It's just so weird how all these Hitlers, all these lying, manipulating Hitlers walking out there. I mean, there's lots of them. Can go and just talk to somebody in an afternoon and, oh, okay, I didn't know that Tara was so insane. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. And it's all lies and it's all made up. And Susan Chappelle is the most decent, high quality, 1 in a million ladies I've ever met. And, I can't say that for anybody else in my life because except for, my best friend.